Welcome to Better Environment News. This is Ben, and today we will be revealing if the herbicide atrazine actually feminizes male frogs.
There have been rumors, but it hasn't been scientifically proven yet. However, we will find out today. Michaela and Shannon are currently at a pond, and they're going to get to the bottom of this.
Now to Michaela and Shannon for their weekly experiment.
Hi, my name is Michaela Almeida, reporting live from Liverpool Pond.
My name is Shannon McGrath. Let's get started with our experiment. Do you have the frogs, Michaela?
I thought you were in charge of that.
Well, I guess we're going to have to catch some frogs.
Alright, let's do
Look,
it.
there's some!
Oh, perfect! Let's do it!
Ribbit!
Now that we finally have our frogs, we can start our experiment. First, we need to test if atrazine affects male frogs at all. Shannon and I will give some frogs different doses of atrazine, and the other frogs, we will be putting them in pond water with different concentrations of atrazine.
Right here we have 7 different concentrations of atrazine. 0, 0.1, 0.4, 0.8, 1, 10, and 25 micrograms of atrazine.
And right here, I have been giving 9 different amounts of atrazine to the frogs. One of them is 0, 0.01, 0.05, 0.11, 0.13, 0.6, 0.83, and 1.5 micrograms of atrazine. So, let's just wait and see what happens. Wow, most of the frogs with a dose of 0.13 atrazine and a concentration of 0.8 changed into females. Look at these pink frogs, they're females.
Let's look at the results.
Fascinating results. Atrazine actually does affect male frogs.
The reason why is because atrazine causes the production of aromatase, which converts androgens into estrogens.
You're very smart, Gina. Do you know why some doses and concentrations don't have any results?
I believe it's because Michaela and Shannon used palm water, which already has atrazine in it. That could mess up the results a little. Also, they used pond frogs, so they could possibly have an immunity to atrazine.
Let's go back to them so they can conduct another experiment.
We can't change the frogs, but we can definitely change the water. So for our second experiment, we will be using dechlorinated water from this fancy new water dispenser, which has absolutely no atrazine in it.
We'll be getting the same amount of doses and concentrations as in the last experiment.
And here are our results. A little different from before. Ben and Gina, help us interpret this, please.
Well, it's interesting that some male frogs turn into females, even without being exposed to atrazine.
It must be a random mutation. Atrazine isn't the only way to feminize male frogs. It turns out it happens on its own too. Funny how science works.
I love science. I don't know about you, but I want to keep doing experiments.
Let's go back to Michaela and Shannon then. Experiment number 3 has 2 parts to it. We'll be finding the amount of atrazine that has the most effect on male frogs.
We have collected 7 different samples of pond water, each with a specific amount of atrazine concentration. Pond 1 has 0.14 micrograms per liter of atrazine, Pond 2 has 0.2, Pond 3 has 0.25, Pond 4 has 0.3, Pond 5 has 0.8, Pond 6 has 0.7, Pond 7 has 0.5.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with the results in a few hours. Turns out Pond 3 with 0.25 milliliters affected male frogs the most.
Now, let's use that concentration to see if the testosterone level in the frog's blood are altered. Shannon, please measure the normal amount of testosterone in the male frogs.
Already done. The average amount is 4 nanograms per milliliter.
Wow. What is the testosterone level of the frogs in Pond 3 with a concentration of 0.25?
They're dramatically lower. It's less than 0.5 nanograms per milliliter. Great!
Findings. Atrogenes no doubt has an effect on the gonads of a male frog. And that concludes our experiments for today. Now back to Gina and Ben.
Thank you, Michaela and Shannon. So there you have it. This could be the reason why the population of amphibians has decreased worldwide.
Good connection, Gina. There must not be enough male frogs to mate with female frogs. The population will only continue to decline. We need to do something.
I agree. Join us tomorrow to figure out a way to save amphibians in the world.
Thanks for watching Better Environment News.